Rainwater project, when it comes to sovereignty, is twofold, I think. I think first it allows us to redefine how we manage water, looking at water through a different lens and a different relationship. Even though we've always had that relationship with rainwater, we've never actively been harvesting it for our own needs. Because we are fishing people as Ojibwe, being around this lake and the water and the abundance of those fisheries that sustain us. There was the delegation of Nipissing First Nation going down to Mexico, or Mexico coming to Nipissing First Nation. The communication and the community we developed through this water resilience hub really kept pace with the project, kept us on task, and was part of the big success of the project itself. For instance, rainwater harvesting and the use of our incidental cabins, those cabins out on the land that we build and utilize for hunting and fishing away from our residences, as a means of getting us out on the land and sustaining those practices, I think also leads to sovereignty of our people and the use of our treaty lands.
Are very clear in terms of creating a nation-to-nation relationship, so we feel like water is a starting point for a longer collaboration. First Nation communities in Canada are, at least Nipissing First Nation is very ahead of the curve in terms of governance, in terms of their environmental programs, their land use and occupancy mapping. Like, there are very good tools that the Mexican communities haven't accessed yet for different reasons. So success for us is this: being here together for 10 days is already success, because this is our relationship that goes beyond this particular project. Now they know they have each other, they can have a call, exchange notes, ask for help. So that's already a huge thing in terms of building resilience and also building confidence and acknowledging that they themselves are stewards of their lands.
Pues soy una mujer indígena. Lo que yo hago en mi comunidad es, soy promotora, capacitadora, madre de familia, bueno, de todo un poco. Y pues me gusta conocer lugares también. Soy una mujer que está abierta a conocer, a aprender y a compartir.
Yo me dedico a hacer sistemas, cisternas de ferrocemento, y de ahí empecé a trabajar con Isla Urbana, y por eso ahorita me invitaron para venir acá y conocer nuevos proyectos y conocer más sobre cómo podemos mejorar nuestro trabajo.
I think that all these kind of programs are very important, because we right now are very like individual beings, and right now I think it's very like essential to go to this connection between our like people, you know. So I think One Water is one example of that. We can do something special to bring together some different cultures and go to some point that getting together. Like, water is one of that main points that put all together around. Like, we're like, yeah, even if we are not from an indigenous community, we need water to live.
All of essentially the gutters are attached to the system, so all of the rainwater comes down into the gutters. The gutters then filter down into a filtration system. The filtration system then passes through into the holding tub, and then the water is then held in like the holding tub or the reservoir, from which then it can be used for, whether it's gardening or cleaning outside, or it isn't potable, but it is usable water.
And
that water from the roof is directed through the gutters to a first flush element. That first flush diverter is meant to remove from the system the first millimeters of rain, and that's because those first millimeters of rain are cleaning the roof. So if there is dirt, dust, any contamination from the air settles on the roof. So with these first few liters of rain, they're gonna wash the roof. You don't want that water into your cistern because it's gonna contaminate, gonna pollute your water.
I know that for the groups that we work with in Mexico, this experience and these experiences have been deeply enriching. I hope it's been the same for the Nipissing here. And I think that, this is how we build stronger kind of communities and stronger capacity to self-govern.
So one thing I really noticed when the delegation came to Nipissing First Nation was the awe in the amount of water we had. Whether it was the size of the lake and not being able to see certain parts of the shoreline because of how big it is, or the power of water as it's channeled through tributaries in creating power for our people and the surrounding communities. And just the abundance of water, I think, was really an amazing thing for them to see. Whereas we're so used to it, we've kind of neglected the water.
I personally learned a lot about like the history and environmental injustice and this kind of collective struggle that the community members, like you see, like the shared path to a future that is more just, that is more sustainable, that is more resilient. So I think this kind of exchange is definitely the most valuable part of it.
My favorite part probably had to be bringing them around, showing them some of my favorite sites.
I think for the project going forward, it's important that we keep those connections that we've established.
We're really glad that we are able to kind of participating in this knowledge mobilization between Mexico and Canada, and also kind of serve as a kind of bridge of the two sides.
It's really fun when you're having these groups of people. They're all indigenous communities from North America, but they're very, very different from each other, and their experiences are very different from each other, and they're all watching each other's experiences and picking up different things.
The project is extremely diverse because we have 4 different communities with 4 different languages, different time zones, different countries, different work cultures. Everything is very diverse, very different.
I think One Water is inspiring for other kind of interchange of experience in the world. Like we should try to do this more broadly, like having together different cultures.
In Mexico, the water situation is so dire that they're actually pumping water, sometimes as much as a kilometer up mountains into Mexico City.
And so these experiences allow us to look at each other to see what different communities are doing, how different communities are approaching these problems.
I just want to say that this was such a pleasure to be here and to know this beautiful place.
Oh, 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 oh. Sounds like a breath. Oh, oh, oh. And I usually like to sort of close one of my nostrils and make it nasal. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, oh, oh.
trips like this are a great opportunity because it's even for them to meet each other and to exchange notes and to talk about how the projects are going. So the remoteness of the communities is a challenge for sure.
I think it's very important to put efforts in do these kind of things that look like crazy, like brings a delegation from Mexico to Canada or go from Canada to Mexico just to know each other and to share, and looks like really like something crazy, and it is. But I think these are the essential parts of being a human.
I really enjoyed taking part in this project. It was a really, really fun experience. It was really enjoyable, and I think one of the main things that I really took from it was just how similar our stories and our traditions are, considering how expansive the vast distances between our countries and just how similar our traditions and our values are. It was amazing.
So we start moving up from like how do we manage water to how do we organize amongst ourselves and how do we build governance, and then that starts bringing up questions about how do we build trust and like sense of self-worth and all of these things. So these experiences they start off focusing around water, and then they end up talking a lot about like how humans live and work together. The Nipissing have been enormously generous with us on this trip, and I think that speaks beautifully to their strength and to their generosity. And I'd say keep on sharing, and sharing is the both ways, no? Keep on giving and also keep on opening to receive.
I think will be like, I am really inspiring because of the things that are happening here, that I think we can learn a lot about all the process that here in Nipissing, at least I can say that it's very beautiful how we can transform all the bad things that are happening in our life and trying to build really new relationship with the land, with the people, with the government, with any person. I think it's very beautiful, and I just want to say that I am really grateful.
The first thing would be to say thank you, like honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, because we feel at home. Like we are really comfortable. We feel welcome, right? And the second thing would be to realize that given that Nipissing is well positioned in terms of leadership, in terms of a very strong environment department. Nipissing is very well positioned to actually export this solution to other communities that are in need.
Nada más se lo comento que sigue manteniendo sus raíces ancestral, su tradición, que enseña a sus nietos, sus hijos, para que no pierda en los idiomas, su tradición. Nada más quiero que nunca se olvida, pues, como allá en mi comunidad, pues casi no hablamos bien en español puro, nuestras lenguas maternas.
Pues les diría yo compartir de lo que sabemos, que no se pierde la tradición, la cultura, que se conserve para el futuro, para la familia, para nosotros también, para los vecinos, o sea, que no se olvide, que no se caiga para abajo y que para el futuro que continúe pues la sabiduría que tienen los ancestros, los abuelos, los papás, que no se termine, pues que se siga adelante. Sí.
Pues yo les compartiría el trabajo que hemos hecho en conjunto tanto con Isla Urbana. Creo que eso es parte de lo que nos hace estar aquí para crear esa familia y esa relación entre culturas que podemos tener y ver también que pues el agua para nosotros es vida, es abundancia y también cuidado.
Pues les compartiría mi trabajo sobre nuestra cultura, nuestras danzas, nuestra tradición de mi pueblo, que a lo mejor sí conocen, como por ejemplo a la famosa Lorena Ramírez, que por eso nos llaman a nosotros los pies ligeros.
First, our appreciation, and really we feel very honored to be able to participate in this, and thank you for being such a wonderful host, and thanks for providing all these opportunities of learning to our students, to our researchers, and we definitely have learned a lot, and we are so honored to be part of this collective cause, and so we hope this collaboration can be many more years. So this one water trip is not to wrap up things, but actually set a solid foundation for the next many years of collaborations.
I would just say a great big thank you. I know this was a lot of work, like I said, it's from all parties, from all sides. A lot of work, a lot of overtime. So definitely a great big thank you for all of the effort, and we loved having you guys. We look forward to hopefully having the delegates come again, maybe more, we'll see. But yeah, just looking forward to the potential with them. But yeah, just a great big thank you for all of the hard work and for everything they've done and helped out with and contributed so far.
I would just say, no, it's been an honor to work on the One Water project, and I give many thanks to all these project partners who, without their support and efforts, this project would not have been the success that it was. And I'd like to thank Isla Urbana first and foremost, the Center for Global Engineering at Toronto University, and our friends at Canadian Shield Consultants, who throughout the project have been very present and assisted with a lot of the technical aspects. And without this great team, this project would not have been the success as it is today. And it's because of them that many people in the region know about this effort that we've initiated, and hopefully we'll continue this relationship and spread the knowledge and awareness to other communities and First Nations also in the area. Miigwech.